till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo,
yeah.
no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a
All right, chest supported row done, plate loaded, very good that machine. One of the all-time favorite upper back machines. Again, I think the resistance changing, so these horns, 1, 2, 3, this here loads it at the hardest position because it's as close to being directly outside the hinge point as possible, whereas this would be mid-range and that would be at the end. So if you've got experience doing back exercises, you'll know that you can often do this part really well, but finishing it off is pretty difficult. So our strength is such that we're quite strong out there and we get weaker as we go. So we can load this such that we're making it hard out here, and then it gets easier so we can complete the range of movement, which feels really good. Does it matter a whole bunch? Potentially not, but it feels quite good. For me, particularly with the upper back training as well, it means I can get that sensation of squeezing the shoulder blades together, which I've been working on a lot lately, and getting the traps to really be able to feel the traps. So we go from doing that chest supported row, which kind of comes on this angle here. Now we're doing what's called an extreme row, same brand, prime, same resistance system, but now we kind of incline ourselves and the handles are down here, such that now, instead of it coming out in this horizontal path, now it's coming up. So potentially working the upper part of the traps a little bit more. And again, I'm inclined to kind of mix it up between angles of movements for the back, across muscle groups usually. So you think about the traps can do this, as well as bring them down a little bit. So if we, over the course of a training plan, or just over the course of your training career, mix it up a little bit between which angle we kind of target them at to make sure they grow overall. That makes sense to me. So we've got this incline. I've set this as low as possible, as in as low this way as possible, such that I can go through a good range of motion. So I don't want this to be a shrug if I was all the way upright. I want it to be that kind of upward row, so we're not just shrugging and using the upper part of the traps, but more that kind of mid to upper part if we're being pedantic. And I am also still figuring out what my hand position will be, so, and my seat position and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to start as is and then have a feel, have a look, see what we got. So we take the handles, chest nice and proud, let the shoulders move, up and squeeze, up and squeeze. And that'll be our second upper back movements. So 2 sets only for a lot of this stuff. In the previous program, I was doing 3 sets per upper back movement, but I also had a frequency of only 2 back sessions per week. So we split it out now to 3 sessions, and it's 2 and 2, and then 2 and 2 for lat movements as well. Or well, if we've got the Kelso shrugs in there as well, it's 2-2-2 and then 2-2 for lats. All right, that sounded a bit complex. Let's find what our weight's going to be. Let's check our setup position and let's get into it. All right, next up we have the lat bias movement. So you'll see in between sets, I'm usually on my phone. I'm not being antisocial, as the older folk might say. If I look at the video footage later, I've got setting adjustments on my phone. I can then look at the footage, look at the setting and go, oh, I should probably lean a little bit this way, move the thing this way, move my hands this way, or whatever it might be, because I see the video and I've got my notes of the setup that I know that I've done. And this is especially true when starting at a new gym, because I don't know what a lot of the settings are going to be on a lot of this stuff, so it'll have to be some practice. Have a look, did it feel good? Both those movements felt good, but I might look back later and see that my wrist is kind of kinked, or I'm bicep curling or something on some back movements can often happen. So, all right, so lat bias movements. Probably one of the main difference between lat bias movements is keeping the arm close to the body versus a upper back movement. So if we think about the anatomy of the lat, it kind of attaches on the front of your arm, wraps under your armpit, around your rib cage, and kind of heads in towards your spine, and some of it heads down towards the your pelvis, essentially. So we have pulling this back in that direction, around that way. So if you think as your arm starts to go that way, this lat muscle's wanting to pull you in this way, but you're not doing that anymore. What's lined up best to kind of do that raises up, it becomes more of your upper back. So these kind of movements where the arm's coming away from the body, upper back is in a really good spot. It's not that lats won't work, probably, but again, we're best suited in nice and close, driving it down, and if we're going horizontal, which comes up after this, in nice and close, driving it around. So we go this pull down, we have the same weighting system, so the three horns here for weight, I'm going to load all the top one. This is a prime machine, same. I'm going to go single arm. So I don't know, when it comes to pull down movements like this, it might just be a me thing, but I always find the single arm stuff feels better. It can take more time, but it feels more effective, so I do it. So again, I'm learning this on the fly a little bit. Tuck my knee under, nice big stretch. Some of the considerations that I am not certain of yet is kind of where I'm going to sit in regards to this. But we're essentially going to find a spot we think is good. Big stretch. Think about driving that arm down in towards the back pocket and pelvis. Big stretch. Pull down. Coming straight down this one. Some of them kind of angle in like this. This one's coming straight down. Very nice. All right, so we're going to kick off with about 8 to 12 or 8 to 15 reps per side, or maybe we'll do a heavy set. We'll check what I wrote down on my program. All right, let's build it up and see what we got.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable.
Alright guys, we are back on the chest supported row, back with a little voiceover due to malfunction of the microphone. So we're going back to the chest supported row, but we're going to do a single arm variation. Now the single arm variation is going to allow us to kind of get to the side and target the lats a little bit more. You'll notice with upper back movements, the arms go away from the body, and the arms away from the body just allow the upper back to get in the game a little bit more. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take single arm at a time. We're going to lean over to the side and we're going to row such that the arm comes nice and close to the body, focusing on the lat and not as much the upper back. So what you'll see here with a little demonstration and what I'm kind of alluding to here is I've got the seat nice and low. I'm going to lean over to the side, which you can't do when you're having both arms at one time. And that's going to allow the lat, and for us particularly here, the upper lat to work quite hard. So we keep the arm close to the body, we almost wrap it around in towards the spine, and we focus on the lat. So we've got our straps, so grips are non-issue. Strap in here in a second, kind of get myself in a position, pull myself away, come over to the side, row, and you can see how close my arm stays to the body doing this particular variation, versus when we do the both arms at one time where the arms come away from the body. So this will allow the lat to be the dominant worker here and less the upper back, which is what we're after for this particular movement at this stage of the workout. All right, let us get into it. Here we go.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your f***ing cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
They deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. let's go. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown.
All right, triceps next. So just a little thing, I use these wrist straps, but it's more of a preventative thing versus a injury issue. I just figure I'm not very strong at a lot of the pressing movements, so probably not going to be a big issue, but just to keep that supported, there's no reason not. I mean, in the gym, you don't improve strength of your joints, it's your muscles. The joints stay somewhat similar over time, so support the joint. If I've got multiple workouts to do per week where I have to prevent, wrist flexion and extension, that could help out there. Anyway, so now we're on to triceps. So I'm just going to do a pretty standard push down. I'm going to use this bar today such that my arm angles a little bit like this, which angles it out a little bit more. Very, very straightforward. We bring it down, lots of elbow flexion, extend. Elbow flexion, extend. And that's that. So a potential downside to a standard tricep extension might be that we don't raise the arm up like this. So the long head of the tricep is a muscle that passes both the elbow but also the shoulder into the scapula. So when we bend the elbow all the way, that's a stretched out long head tricep, but when we raise the arm up, that's potentially stretching it out that little bit more. So that's a downside, but I counteract that by the other exercises this week have got me in various positions where my arm is here and here. So we are getting that element and we're getting this as well. All right, haven't used this particular cable machine before, so we will take some time to figure out our weight and we will be on our way.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the
All right, biceps next, triceps done. This is a good workout. We keep cracking on here. So we're going plate loaded preacher curl. Again, this Prime brand is such that we can load different portions of the movement. So I'm going to make it really hard in the stretch. And the good thing there is, as well as I lengthen out, it's getting harder. It feels terribly hard. It feels like it really jacks up my biceps. This is a good one. Now, as I mentioned earlier, in last week, my arms were sore all week, and it could have been just because we were moving house and stuff like that. Arms were sore all week, particularly the biceps were sore all week. So I am going to bring plus I do more back work than pressing work. So my biceps might get some extra indirect work through that they couldn't recover from essentially. So we're going to bring our volume down to only 2 sets on all our isolation work for our biceps in our upper body workout. So it'll be 2 sets today, Wednesday, Friday, all 2 sets. Let's see if I can't recover from that. But yeah, because all the back work has you kind of flex your elbow, use your bicep as well. So you might call that an indirect set. In some circles, you might count that as a half a set. So it might be half a set towards the biceps, and that's how I calculate the work that goes into the biceps through those. And yeah, with all that, plus moving, plus maybe this is just a really effective exercise, my biceps are sore. Anyway, with all that said, preacher curl. So yeah, I've loaded the top horn here. You can't see that from over there, but I've loaded the top horn here, so it's going to be hard at the beginning and easier as we go throughout the movement. Grab the handles. These ones are really good. You can kind of adjust the handles to what suits you and feels comfy for you. I'm pretty much going arms, palms directly up. Feel that big bicep stretch, and then curl. Stretch, curl. Nothing to it but to do it. There's a fair few good preacher curl machines out there, but this one is sensational. So happy days it's at this gym. Let's bang out our 2 sets.
One day from society's restraints, money, clout, and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy. Think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I can change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the good. If the pain's in the past, move on from the green.
Okay, finishing things off, a little bit of isolated rear delt work and anterior delt work. Now, rear delts have worked on most of the back movements. Anterior delts have worked on the pressing movements, which is only one, but will also be the next one after this. So on this, I'm going to do a unique looking thing where I lean right forward onto it. So essentially, if we think about the rear delt's attaching to the side of your arm and then into the scapula. So it kind of angles down slightly. So if we do this, a standard way like this, we're not angling it down and we're not lining up the rear delt muscle fibers with the resistance. So instead, what I'm going to do is kind of lean forward and do it like that, such that my arm path is going slightly down. You could get this along with doing it with a cable machine and having the cable machine set a bit high, which I'm going to do later in the week. So for today, we're going to do this funky looking variation where I kind of lean forward, hump the bench here, out to the side. Bada bing, bada boom. Only 2 sets here because they do get a lot of work through all the back movements we've already done, so don't need a whole bunch. And yeah, we do this, we do some shoulder press, and we are out of here. How good? Let's go.
You can do anything, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw.
Alright, last exercise of an absolute beautiful workout. Motivation high, energy levels high, stress levels low. Feeling good. Sleep wasn't great last night, but still feel good, so that's a good sign. So we go on to our last movement, which is just a shoulder press variation. So as mentioned before, our pressing movements our chest pressing movements kind of use your anterior delt already, which I suppose these days I'm only doing one of because I've reduced my chest volume, so that's something to consider. So maybe I'll need to do more of this as we go on. Anyway, long story short, anterior delt gets work on other things, but I like to cap it off with a couple of direct sets. This will use your anterior delt, maybe the upper part of your chest and your tricep. A shoulder press variation, I'm going neutral grip, potentially worthwhile changing those grips over time such that we're moving our arm in different directions to focus on potentially different parts of the anterior delt, potentially, or you just choose your favorite. But all other things are the same. Press up aggressively, control the way down, gentle tap, press up. And anterior delt anatomy is essentially to the deltoid tuberosity into the outside part of the clavicle. So you think the upper pec comes to the inner part of your clavicle, so it's going to bring your arm across like that. Anterior delt's going to be above that, coming to the outside part of the clavicle, kind of bringing your arm towards your head into those kind of positions there. So that's, if you do dumbbells, Smith machine, whatever else, if there's something varied, shoulder press, you kind of want to make sure that you set yourself up such that your arm comes towards your head to best use the anterior delt. All right, a couple of sets here and then we're done.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo,
yeah.
no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your moving rocks, we out here moving forwards. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters and we ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay, quick little summary here as we pack up our gym paraphernalia. So I think an important thing to keep in mind if you're either moving to a new gym or you're starting at the gym is to give yourself some room to kind of have to work it out as time goes on. Like, this was a good session, really had a great time, I feel great about it, all that kind of stuff. But like, are my setups perfect? Are these other things kind of like what I imagine they'll be long term? Maybe, maybe not, we will see. And with experience you get better at kind of picking that up quicker. But yeah, give yourself a little bit of freedom to be wrong and then build it over time. And there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes if you're a beginner, you could ask people at the gym, like, how do I do this? And if it's a good gym, people are willing to help. And if you're intermediate or advanced, you take the time to kind of go, is the setup correct? If you haven't used that particular brand of equipment or whatever it might be, take some time, get the setup, note it down what it is, and then adjust it over time until it kind of gets to what it's going to be long term. So give yourself freedom, it will reduce a little bit of stress. I always find, I want to make it perfect, I want to make it optimal, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes that takes a little bit of time to figure out and nail at different places. So just keep that in mind and give yourself that freedom. Don't stress about it. It'll get there eventually. All right, that is that, guys. Remember to subscribe and like. And as always, it's about progress over perfection. Coach Dan, signing off.
Won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm on